Episode 4, the Japanese Grand Prix is here, and we're going to start off with a secret meeting. Are we going to be leaving from Mercedes? Are we going to spy on any of the team? Spygate 2.0 is back? Well, let's find out. Let's go to the secret meeting and see what we've got to talk about. Aston Martin want to talk to us. Interesting. Okay, Aston. I don't blame you, you're sick of Stroll. I mean, I'm not really interested, if I'm being brutally honest. I mean, as I said, there's literally absolutely no reason to... There is no reason to talk, if I'm being brutally honest, because this is a one-season thing, so... Thanks, but no thanks.
Hey, just a quick one for me.
Hey.
The team are pleased that you've declined that meeting. Gold star,
good.
Brownie points, etc., etc.
Number one
I
driver's
guess
seat.
we'll see if anything else more exciting comes calling. But let's focus on our current seat for now.
Number one driver? No? Okay, didn't want that anyway. Anyway, here we are then for Japan. If you haven't seen the previous episode, go check it out because it was a fantastic episode. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. You beat the sport. I counted pretty quickly, but that's your own fault. We got the win. We get the win. We lead the championship. First place. Great result. First win. 3 wins in a row for Mercedes Power Cars. Verstappen, favourite for the championship, still only down in 5th, struggling, but championship lead. Let's go. It was a close first stint, but once we got out of the DRS from the pit stop phase, we were pretty clear for that. Piastri and Verstappen held each other up. We got the win. Oscar Piastri broke the Australian duck as well to get to the podium. Verstappen still recovering from his DNF is 5th after that 2nd place. Our teammate Lewis Hamilton stuffed the DNF as his Albon. And Carlos Sainz finally is on the board with 1 point. 1 point for 3 races for Carlos Sainz. No wonder he's leaving. But anyway, we head to Japan. Obviously, the first time the Japanese Grand Prix is this early on in the season. So that should be very interesting. We have a couple of upgrades. We did have an upgrade fail, which I actually don't know if... Did Lewis? No, he hasn't. Guess I'll have to do the work for Hamilton then. Shock. But we'll 225 response with the race points. We'll get that on for Japan. There you go, Lewis. I did it for you. Did it for you, mate. We only have one other upgrade we can do, which is the Venturi tunnels, which will go on for China. Actually, no, we could have done this one, actually, but we'll go with the Venturi tunnels, so I might as well get some work in. That will also go on for China. Get that going. Lewis can do the other one. Yeah, we have to do a upgrades as well. But, yeah, so far, nothing much to talk about. It's a few upgrades, as I said. Finally, our manufacturer expert is back after his 3-week holiday for absolutely no reason after the first race. As I said, you're on the clock is ticking on you, mate. We're actually behind Aston Martin as well, the R&D, which is not great. But let's just have a look at... no, anything here improving? No, still can't do anything here. Great. Don't wait for that. Right, manufacturing expert, what have you got for us? I think we can with no more than 4 collisions. Keep lows. We'll go with the 4 collision ones. That's the easier one to do. Finally back from holiday. Windology, what have you got? Split like using 2 car setups, so take 5 cars track. Back markers not included. I mean, well, what do you class as overtaking in the race? I mean, do you count back and forth? Complete a lap using at least 2 different car setups. I can't be asked to do that. I could just do default for the first run. Oh, sure, I'll do that one. Material. I said that says material. I made a mistake. I said that was maternal. It's material. I'm an idiot. Okay, we get it. Complete 5 laps. Well, that's going to be easy. We'll do the 5 lap one. I don't know if there's actually any difference. And then what about you, quality assurance tester? What are you testing the quality of that coffee? Is that what you're doing? I would complete a lap using 2 sets of... I'm not doing the 4... I'm not counting to 45 in 4th gear, please. Do that one. Get Lewis to do that one. So that's that then. So let's... Messages, nothing. No, boring. Absolutely nothing. Nothing to talk about, so let's just simulate, see what happens. Obviously got some upgrades.
Okay, mate, I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but I'm afraid to say that some of them have failed quality control. We're going to need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
Well, I upgraded this one, I guess I did. Well, I'll upgrade myself. Well, I'm not purchasing the game. I don't have no problem. Lewis, that's on you. I'm not purchasing the game. Why is he pieing the turbo? The front nose is what we need. Nice one, Hamilton. Nice one. Why is he so obsessed with durability? Durability is on him. I'm not helping with the durability. That's on you. Our weekly resources are going up. An upgrade, which I had to fix. 2 miles behind. What is Hamilton on? What is he on? Finally, the tyre wear is actually what I do want to do. Why is he looking at that one? He has purchased it. No surprise there. I am not purchasing that. That's on him to do. Why should I have to purchase this? Why am I spending my hard-earned resource points? Our durability is the best anyway. And we're still blowing up. Where are we in the engine? 6 in the engine. Right. Ferrari? Chassis with a 5th and an aero. Where are we? 3rd. Right. Hamilton needs to do one. That's all I'll say. Okay, that's just not what I want to see. Rain. How bad is the rain? I don't even know. Great. For wet race, just what I wanted. So, here we are then. We've dropped to 5th in the R&D. Aston Martin have got above us. Still look great throughout. Red Bull, but we got Guinness and McLaren. Friday, McLaren with smoke upgrades. Haas, massive upgrades. Got both Williams. And pretty much level with Alpine. Sauber getting cut adrift at the back. Alpine just in no man's land. But rain, can't wait. Just what I wanted. I'm going to do practice and I'll see you for qualifying in a downpour Suzuka. I'm not looking forward to this. I'm not looking forward to this. I know how bad the wet weather is on this game because of how PDA are, so we're in trouble. The race is even worse. It's inters. It's not full wets. It's only inters, but it could. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Well, let's just go out there and see what we can do. Right then, here we are then for our first lap of qualifying. This is not going to be fun. This really isn't going to be fun. Sergeant, I see you, Sergeant. Yeah, thank you, Sergeant. Thank you for that. To be fair, he actually didn't do that bad a job, but I could have been at least. That was suboptimal to say the least. I think this might be my first ever wet lap on this game. I'm not even joking. Got fuel for a couple of laps, so we'll see how it goes. See how this first lap goes, I guess, and we'll go from there. Oh, this is not fun. This is not fun. If I dare use overtake, I have. I don't know why I use overtake. I mean, I'm on the straight, so it's fine. But this is sketchy. 40.2. I don't know if it doesn't feel like a bad lap, but I don't know if this is quick or not. Am I going quick? I honestly have no clue.
Okay, I'm afraid we've been pushed down to P16.
41.1. I'm going to go again. Let's see what we can do. First lap, 41. I'll do another lap and see what we do. Second lap, we found about half a second. That's going to put us P4. And half a second, that'll do. For our reference point. The Lando Norris 39.5 ahead of Charles Leclerc Carlos Sainz. Those might be simulated tyres, which doesn't help, but here's what it is for Jack P4. We P7. There's definitely more time in it, so I'm not too worried about that. Hamilton P8. Both our Bs in the top 10. Perez had a stinker. Also, what is Logan Sargent doing 13th? Since when was Sargent this good in the rain?
To view information on your current
I'm done. You know what?
damage, press
Just shut up.
button to open the multifunction display, and then again.
Oh, I'm gonna. He's getting fired. But anyway, Sargent in 13th.
Best lap so far,
Be quiet!
13.7.
Sargent is P13. That's what I'm trying to say. You've ruined the moment. Now you've ruined Sargent's moment. What can we do? Final lap. Here we go.
Right, we're right on the cusp now. We've been pushed down to P11.
Ocon's gone quicker. 36.9 for Verstappen. That's a quick lap. We did one course for 38.7 right now, which is not great. To the line, I think that was P3. Is that P3? P3, we'll take P3. It's a good lap. Lando takes pole. Lando hold pole in the McLaren in the end here in Japan. Great result for him. 3 tenths out of Verstappen. Fantastic lap for him. He went at P3, good lap at the end with the 2 Ferraris. Finally, first place of season declared side P45. Fernando won to P6 with Piastri down to 7th, Hamilton 8th, Stroll up in 9th, and Tsunoda. There's no race in 10th. Perez only 11th, disappointing for him. Sargent not last, 16th, good result for him. And Pierre Gasly, who says lap early, last. Disappointing for him. Sal was also at the back. But P3, we take that.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Jones, Leclerc, Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Oscar Piastri, Hamilton, Stroll, Tsunoda, Perez, Ocon, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Joe, Gasly, and Alex Albon picks up the last spot on the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So on the grade for the Japanese Grand Prix, pretty straightforward, one stop. Inter to Inter, it's going to be like this whole race. Everyone's on Inters. 3 laps of fuel. I'm pretty sure Japan is a fuel thirsty track. So we'll see if we can hold on to P3. I think the top 2 are going to be gone. But if we get a podium, I'll be happy. Back on the grid here in Suzuka. It's going to be a wet one. It's going to be a long one. I know the air are very OP in the wets. Switch the car off into neutral.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure
I'm just him. I'm just him. Albon, come on. It's not your teammate for once.
Be patient and watch for those lights.
Albon, you've taken longer than Sargent. That's worrying. But anyway, lights are on for the Japanese Grand Prix, and we are go. Solid start. Tuck into P3. A pretty even start from the front 3, and we're going to tuck into P3. Norris over Verstappen from myself. Pretty straightforward start. This might be a very... How do I describe it? A train. I forgot the word. There was a word I was thinking of. I forgot the word was, but... The what I'm trying to say is going to be a boring race is what I'm trying to say. Follow the leader. I'm not expecting much action this race, much overtaking. I think this will be a pretty straightforward race, similar to IRL. This one is in the wet, which you'd expect it to be. Or would you actually? I don't know. Maybe in one the race you'd expect more chaos, but that's a topic for another day. But for now, currently P3, Leclerc's behind us. Obviously, he's going to try and do something, but I guess the aim for us is just to get into find some consistency. I was going to say rhythm, but I keep saying that, so I'm going to say a different word. Get some consistency this time. Luckily, ERS is not going to be a problem. Leclerc's got a run, but he's not going to do anything. Whoa, that was a weird lift. Leclerc's going to have a run. Uh-oh. Get it slow down. You do? A little bit out of control. I mean, we had it all under control. What am I on about? But end of lap 1. We maintain P3. Let's go ahead down. That's Leclerc. You really want to do the shot? Because I'm not fucking out. I was not willing to back out. That was too close. I think of Sainz. This was close to Vidossi. I was not backing off, and Leclerc runs wide. Sainz will have a run. Here comes Sainz. They're about to go. They're about to race. I think I noticed Leclerc is very strong through Spoon. That's where. Oh my god. How can I get a new engine? Can you? I really hope. I really hope. Oh, in F1 25 you can fire Mark because I really want to fire him because he just talks non-stop. You can tell him to shut up. Well, you can't. He wants to go rid of that feature, which is fun. I don't know why they got rid of it. It's a fun little feature. But you can tell him to be quiet, then he just won't be quiet. He just won't. But yeah, the Leclerc's got a spoon, but it's pretty much going as expected. We're pretty much strong through most part of the lap. It's just, yeah, there's nothing really you can do about it because it's wet. We don't have the pace of Norris and Verstappen, but I think we could definitely hold on to P3, but still a long way to go.
Okay, mate. Picking your moments to use ERS is important, so let's try and be as consistent as possible with it, please.
Shock. Mark and his ERS obsessions come back once again. I don't get how he's so obsessed with ERS. I really don't get how he's so obsessed with it and why he's so obsessed with ERS. 1.5 seconds every lap for the next 4 laps. I mean, that's very easy. Respectfully, Mark, that is actually a very easy one you've given me. That's something I need to be wary of because I'm going to have to. Okay.
Heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now. At least a 20-minute window of heavy rain.
Yeah, thank you for that. But to be, I'm not worried about the rain. I'm worried about your ERS obsessions. Let's not do that again, please. Thank you. Let's not do that again. It's obvious the track is obviously getting quicker, but I'm struggling. I'm struggling a little bit here. I can't lie. I'm struggling a little bit. Leclerc's going to have a run, but the AI do not overtake at turn 1 in Japan for whatever reason. Because they are. That's how bad they are. This is a workout, by the way. This is an absolute workout. Tyres are fine. That was a purple first sector? That really did not feel like a purple first sector, but sure. We'll take it. I guess it was just quick, even though it was a handful, it was just quick. That's not, I did not want to be in second gear. Don't know where the fastest lap came from, but we'll take a fastest lap. That's one of the only few things we can actually celebrate this race because nothing else is going to happen, I'm going to be brutally honest. Another fastest lap, let's go. 2 for 2, we're actually cooking. Sainz is getting dropped. Leclerc's sticking with us.
The gap on the car behind by 5/10 a lap.
Well, he's somewhat sticking with us, if I can speak English, as Mark is saying. But we are catching Verstappen. Slowly, but surely. Oh, Alonso's got past Sainz. How did he do that one? Well, this is how Alonso did it. It's going to be a pretty straightforward move. Sainz into the chicane, locks up. Thank you very much. Fernando Alonso will say thank you. Piastri, not quite.
Nice work. You smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
We're flying right now. We've achieved our target. Fast up again. Well, the gap's not really the gap's kind of fluctuating a little bit. I think we gained like half a tenth on Verstappen. So it's like we're not catching Verstappen, but we're pulling away from Leclerc. So it's like I feel like we're just kind of on course for a net P3, if I'm honest. Unless things change. Well, if I do that, then something will change.
Okay, mate. We've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap.
Average achievement that's a 147. We're doing 141s. What do you mean 147? That's not even a challenge. Like, you can't even claim that to be a challenge. That is just straightforwardness. We're not doing 140. We're doing 141s. And you want me to do 147? Maybe we're doing a 42. But I mean, that's a very interesting target. Well, I'll definitely achieve that. 'Cause that's not an issue at all. But yeah, you need to come on. Give me some harder targets. Tell me to beat catch Verstappen because that's impossible. You probably will tell me to do that at some point.
Okay, nice work. Really good job with that target, mate.
Right, well, that was not even a target.
In this lap,
You can't even claim that to be a target.
By 8.6 seconds.
I'm just glad I didn't choose to overtake 5 cars in a race because that would be impossible. No one's overtaking anyone in this race. They're either extremely stupidly easy or extremely impossible. But anyway, we're coming to the pits this lap.
Remember, box this lap. distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
Yes, you've reminded me about 5 times this lap that I'm pitting. I know I'm going to pit. I'm not going to ignore you.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Nice pit. We'll follow in as well. That was way too close for comfort. Oh, we've been held by Leclerc. We've been held by Leclerc. Not by much, but we got held up. Just a little bit. Where are we going to come out? We're going to come out for that. No, we're definitely. Are we going to beat the Haas cars? Well, I think it'll end up being a Haas, but yeah, we should do.
Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound.
Get Hulkenberg. Was that in front of Leclerc as well, so that was pretty handy. Oh, Norris has got very lucky. He's just beaten the traffic. And Lando Norris has cleared all that whilst Verstappen is going side by side with his teammate. Did they avoid contact into turn 1? Just Perez played the team game, letting his teammate go. Smart there from Sergio, letting him go. Not that it matters because he's got Ricardo and Ocon ahead of him.
Burn off some of this energy.
We are already with Verstappen now after this round of starts because Verstappen's getting held up and there's nothing you can do about it. Norris has won this race. That's a guarantee, but we've got a shot. A P2 here. Is Ocon going to stay out? Ocon might stay out because Gasly isn't pit either. Is Ocon going to stay out again?
Lewis is in the pits
No, he
now.
doesn't. But we've been released and Verstappen is right there. This has not worked for Verstappen. It's also not worked for Leclerc because Alonso's now right behind him. I think Tsunoda might have lost out as well and might lose out on points. He has. Stroll's jumped him. No, Stroll was actually ahead of it, was it Perez? Never mind. You get what I'm saying. Can't lie, we have not got the pace on Verstappen. It seems every time we put new winters we struggle. We need to put a few laps on them first before we actually feel comfortable on them. But yeah, Verstappen seems to have the pace on us right now. I mean, he did before, to be fair, so that's not a surprise. We've lost like 2 seconds to him on that lap. That was a terrible lap, I'll be honest. That's more like it.
Lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done.
39.0, that's more like it. Tires are now with the operating window we need. Don't know why I'm talking like an AI there. Tires operate like a robot. I don't know why I'm talking like a robot. Like an NPC. Don't know why.
Teammate behind. 10.1 seconds.
Oh, we got a yellow flag. That's what the Haas cars were blowing up. I think that's Magnussen. It is. Magnussen is out.
For you. They're retiring from the race.
And there is Kevin Magnussen going slowly in Haas, retiring with an issue here because his teammate, who goes by on the inside of Kevin Magnussen, his Japanese Grand Prix, his final Japanese Grand Prix of Formula 1, comes to an end at the side of the racetrack. There's the proof you need. A pume. And there's all the proof you need. A puff of smoke. So Kevin Magnussen in his final Japanese Grand Prix comes to an end on lap 17 with an engine failure. Disappointing for the Dane. There is Magnussen's car. Right there. Out of the race. Speaking of Magnussen, you would have thought for F1 25, especially with the new My Team and all that Magnussen, Perez, Bottas, Ricardo, Joe and Sargent would be in the game. You would think they was, they should still be in the game really. I don't know why they don't keep drivers from the previous year in the game as free agents. I feel like there's just an extra 6 drivers. Especially with the fact that they removed a bunch of drivers. Difficult, Mark. Interrupting me as always.
Okay, gap ahead.
Oh my god. Be quiet, Mark!
2 seconds.
Thank you. You would have thought they would, the fact they removed a bunch of icons that they would have been in the game, but no, it's just too easy. That'd be too easy, wouldn't it, for F1 games and Codemasters and EA or everyone else? Too easy, wouldn't it? It'd be too easy, too simple. Especially with the fact that Bottas and Joe are reserve drivers. So, like, why can't they be in the game? Surely reserve drivers should count. I don't know. And Perez is sniffing a Cadillac seat. Like, they're all in the paddock still. Like, come on. This is when you know there's nothing to... This race is dull because you're trying to think of stuff to talk about, and that's what I'm trying to talk about. But hey, trying to feed some conversations. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. But they should put all the drivers from the previous year's game who aren't on the grid in... Like, you know. Let me reword that. Drivers who aren't... Let me start again. Drivers who are on the grid in 2024 who aren't on the grid in 2025 should still be in the game. That's what I'm saying. Who agrees with me?
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Well, I should be able to tell it for like 50% while up 23. Yes, because you've given me a target, mate. You stop contradicting yourself. You're telling me to manage the tyres, and you're telling me to speed up. Which one is it? This guy, man, honestly, so jarring. I'm like, be quiet. Stop talking. A yellow flag, so I think it's a Williams. Albon again blowing up. I might be Albon out again. It is. Albon is out of another race. What's happened to Albon yet again? And Alex Albon's miserable 24 got from bad to worse. 2 engine failures in a row. You just saw the smoke. He pulls over, holds up his teammate, allows the Sauber and Albon to catch up. Albon out for a back-to-back race. Another DNF for Alexander Albon. Albon out for the second race in a row. Really disappointing for him. Not in the greatest of times is Albon, just like in real life. Albon has got the most DNFs on this game. Again, realism. People say this game's not realistic. It's very realistic, if you ask me. Wait, now I've got 2 laps left. I've been screwed by the objective here. You told me I had 2... I said I had 2 laps left. Now I've got 2 laps again. There's Albon. Well, I might as well bid off the objective. That's not happening. The objective is not happening anymore, that's for sure. The joke. I said 4 laps, now you tell me 2, and then 2 again. No, let's object that. No, screw the... Oh, you know what? Screw the objective. I don't care about the objective. Screw your objective.
Okay, unlucky, mate. That wasn't quite what we needed, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down and chin up. There's a long way to go.
But I'm not worried about that objective. You give me a stupid upgrade. I've been robbed. I've been robbed of that objective. Simple as that. I had 2 laps left. So you think, oh, you go from 2 to 1. Now let's go from 2 to 2. Because that's how maths works. I didn't realise I went 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. What a joke. Well, the tyre wear is... Well, they are pushing on the tyres a little bit, I can't lie. Tyre wear is... Ooh. Didn't realise how bad it actually was. We're already at the 60% mark. And we've still got 4 laps to go. We might get a puncture here. We go to pit. These tyres are not making it. We're going to have to pit again, because these tyres are not making it. We have to pit again. Norris and Verstappen pit. I mean, we're going to have to pit. These tyres are not making the end.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
These tyres will not make the end of the race. We're going to have to pit for a late stop. For Inters. These tyres will not make the end of this race.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect.
I had to pit. Those tyres were blowing up.
We're delighted with that.
We had to pit. Those tyres were not making the end. Drivers are staying out. We might not win this. We've gone from being P3. We're going to be down to P9 here. Those tyres are gone. Well, fresh Inters. We got to absolutely push on these last 3 laps.
Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about.
Mate, you just put these tyres on, so if they're not working, that's your problem. We'll definitely get Sonoda, but will anyone else pit? Because those tyres, they were gone. I was not making the end. So we have to get Sonoda right now. Coming through Sonoda wasn't the most fair move, but it had to be done. We've got to push like hell in these last 2 and a bit laps. I was doing the calculations. We were not making it. The tyres were not making it. They were gone. Like, they were going to blow up. So the track's completely dried up now. So, insane end to this race. As Leclerc pits. And everyone else dives into the pits. They're not making it. They can't make it either. Stroll is staying out.
In for his stop. I've got some information on Alonso. Okay, they're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Alonso with problems. Something's happened behind.
Flag.
Is that Alonso? Something happened to Alonso. Where's Alonso? Here he is. Oh, he's got a puncture! Alonso with a front left puncture! Oh, and that's Fernando Alonso. He's got a front left puncture. His tyres. He's just pitted! Alonso has just pitted and his front left has blown up. Disaster for Fernando Alonso. He's going to have to pit again. Ricciardo stays out. Will he pit, though, on the final lap? Alonso's had to pit again. Ricciardo's now P6. Go on, Ricciardo. Is Stroll going to get a podium in this race? Verstappen's right on the back of Norris.
Control than ever over your ERS mode, so play around with them in your MFT.
For what was an absolute stagnant race, nothing happening now with this race is completely turned on its head. Now the question is Stroll going to pit? Or is he going to stay out? Can Stroll stay that extra lap, or does he have to pit this last lap? But he dives in. He couldn't make it. Stroll had to pit. Stroll pits. Couldn't make it to the end. Back to P3. What about Ricciardo? Is he going to be able to take it to the end or not? Ricciardo dives into the pit. He couldn't make it either, as does Perez. They've had to pit. They couldn't make it. The tyre wear was so high on this race, by the way. I don't know how it's this high, but we're on to the final lap. Yeah, an absolute, a bit of an interesting ending there. That was an ending which has thrown us all off guard. Massively off guard. Meanwhile, Verstappen is right on the back of Lando Norris. If this was dry, he'd have a shot here, but he's not going to. I can't lie, I thought for a second Sainz was going to walk away with just a point again. Like that would just be Sainz's luck. But no, he's going to get a few more points. That double stack has hurt him massively. But for us though, we are going to come through for a podium. Norris is just going to hold on ahead of Verstappen. It was pretty close here. Norris did have a bad stop, which didn't help him, and then also the traffic. But he's going to come to the final quarter to claim his second win of the year. Lando Norris wins in Japan. Verstappen still yet to win this season, settles for second. But for us though, it's been a quiet race, but we're going to come through for a P3, and we'll definitely take the P3 for the final quarter. Good result.
Yes, nice work, mate. You did a really good job today. Pretty sure the boss is going to be happy with that one.
Oh, Tom Jones. Oh, there, Tom Jones. Hey, we got driver of the day. We'll take that. Don't know what we did. We decided P3, P3, but we'll take it.
Our winner has Landoed.
Stop with the Landoed.
Norris for victory.
I mean, it looked like they were in a different category at points during the race, led every lap. I mean, what more can we say?
Our drivers are making their way out for the podium celebrations, and it's going to be McLaren picking up the winner's trophy. Congratulations to the entire team for that fantastic performance.
First, Lando Norris, who wins then in Japan, starts a pole, wins the race, second of the FA, that's fast lap, great result from the end, I suppose. Well, Max Verstappen still yet to win this year, but another P2, 3 second place for him. We come through for P3, a fantastic podium. Other special will take that. Charles Leclerc, P4, good all points for him. Oscar Piastri, P5. The was joint level lead in the championship, was not P5, but Hamilton, P6, he was points. Carlos Sainz gets a good all the points in P7. His best result of the year, and it's still only 7th. Mark Stroll, good points at 82. Sterling has scored points in his own race, first Japanese driver who scored in Japan since Kamui Kobayashi. In 2012, and Esteban Ocon gets a point in the Alpine in 10th. Ricardo just restarted his first points at the end 11th. Perez, current weekend for 12th. Fernando Alonso, the puncture ruined his race down to 13th. He did Hulkenberg, good start with 14th out of Joe. Sargent 16th is okay. Yeah, the Gasly and Bottas and Alex Albon, second engine failure in a row, is out of the race, along with Kevin Magnussen, who sells his first DNF of the year, his final race in Japan. Those are the drivers. Lando Norris now takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship with a second of the year for him. He goes above us, we dropped second, 4 points off. Still pretty tight. Max Verstappen, 3 second places away, he's third, 8 points off. Oscar Piastri still 9 off, and Charles Leclerc 17 off. Fernando Alonso 23 off, so 6 drivers covered by less than 25 points. With Sergio Perez still somehow is 7th, ahead of Lewis Hamilton in 8th. Pierre Gasly still somehow 9th, and Mark Stroll got points in 10th. Carlos Sainz still yet to make it into the top 10 of the championship, he's up to 11th. On 7 points, Yuki Tsunoda with those couple as well, with Alex Albon, Valtteri Bottas, and Esteban Ocon with that point is 15th with points. Still the 5, Daniel Ricciardo going back to the Jaguar Yu, Nicole Logan Sargent yet to score. And in terms of the constructors, McLaren 29 points ahead, still pretty comfortable in front, ahead of us. Mercedes in second. 29 points back, too bad. Red Bull stayed third, 33 points off. I think we did go above Red Bull. There's race Paris to the Humping Ferrari up to 4th, so got a point. So Martin, no good day for them. That punch for logical, and then P5 for that's Alpine in 6th. Alpine with that couple points in 7th. With Williams and Kick Sauber all with points, and Haas still yet to score. But yeah, that's the race. Let's go back to the factory. First accolade is complete, which is good. Spirits up to 56. Well, that spirited up massively to 56. Racecraft up. Awareness into 66. Pace into 70. Oh, what a weekend it was. Focus into 62. We cooked this race into 68. What a weekend for us. What about everything else? Let's have a look. Yeah, that's just the standard stuff, isn't it? Let's be real. Rivalry. First RDC correct rate. Not 35%. Finally, we've moved up in the world. 35%. We finally caught up to Hamilton. First R&D secret upgrade. Finally, we get something. We get a perk. And then our manufacturer expert goes up. Intel expert also goes up. And so there's our material verification planner and our quality assurance tester. So everyone up. And what a positive weekend. Except for Mark. So I'm still not happy with you, Mark. So the spark plugs has gone on. Somebody was guaranteed. So we'll take that. Messages. We have our first accolades. Championship points. We will take that. What's our quick accolades? Oh, I should have just gone on. I don't know why I did that, but tier 1 complete. 500 is the next target. Quite a big target, to be fair. But we are back then. Ready to look at everything else. So we've got above Aston Martin with upgrade, which is good. Oh, Hamilton's looking at the chassis. What's he got? What did he go with? We didn't go with anything, he's just looking. We can finally get the plank upgrade, but I'm sure Hamilton will probably take that from us anyway. Do an engine upgrade, which is good at least. That's something. We're almost taking our target already. So experts, accolades. What's the next closest? It'll be these, won't it? Be well, top 10 finishes most likely, or top 5 qualifying. Top 10 finishes most likely. Rivals. Our rivalry is obviously looking very good. Our driver rating graph and everything else. Also, we'll do on the next one. Then in terms of the standings, there's our podium. We had a great result here. Second, DNF, first and third. Yet to finish on the podium when we actually do finish. Extremely tight at the championship. Second one for Norris. Verstappen, yet the fact that Verstappen's not won a race yet is actually mental, but it is or is out one of those back-to-back DNFs. Magnussen with his first DNF, but we go to China next time out, which is the return of the Chinese Grand Prix, and most importantly, it's the first sprint of the season. That should be a lot of fun. So yeah, that's going to be the first episode. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe, and we'll head to China for the first sprint next time.